And welcome to another episode of Generation Shock. This week we talk PC versus console and what Olympic event would you like to participate in if you could participate in an Olympic event? Let's kick it. That's right. We're back and we're better than ever. Welcome to another episode of Generation Shock. I know I'm still never going to be as good as our boy Nelly. One day we'll get him back on here. And, we'll
they're actually graduating soon.
Yeah, we got to talk to him. Maybe I can get him to just record an intro on his phone or something, like we do the FOHs, and I can just throw it up there and do a little something with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we have a great episode in store for you guys today. So we're going to be talking a little bit about gaming consoles versus computer PCs, and what's better, what do you prefer, why, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the Olympics and what Olympic event would you want to be an athlete in if you had a chance to win gold. I think spoiler alert, I think Messiah is going to pick breakdancing, which, just for the record, I still don't see on there. But
I mean, either I haven't seen it. So
we can say
is it one of those things that's not going to be on TV?
It might not be.
The karate part when they do forms, that wasn't on TV.
Okay, well, if you let me finish, we can maybe save that for a month the week in sports.
Okay,
it's about that time, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go ahead. Let's jump right in. Monster Week in Sports. Here we go, baby. All right. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're a first-time viewer. Hit that notification bell and make sure you like the show. And we want to hear your comments down below about anything that you want to hear about. Once again, we're here to be for the people, right? So if there's a topic or something you want to talk about, let us know down below and we'll bring it up. I still haven't got anybody want to give us any topics. I'm a little disappointed, in the Shockers.
That means they're happy with what we talk about.
All right, let's go, Shocker Nation. Let's do it. So down below, for those who are interested, we are updating the medal count. So we can see that China is still number one in golds. And I believe that the USA
and they won two more too.
Oh yeah, I mean they're killing it. 34 golds right now. If you can see the ticker down below, that's a lot of gold. That's a lot of blang. You know what I'm saying? They got 74 total medals.
I like gold.
I don't even know what that means. Anyway, though,
that's a gold member, bro.
Okay,
it's gold member.
Well, we only got 29 golds in the U.S., but we have the most total medals, right? With 91. We have 91.
I mean, you would
medals.
think, right? We have the most athletes in the Olympics.
Well, that's just because we're
actually, speaking of that, right? My wife and I, we were talking about that, and we obviously the athletes themselves see it different, but she brought up a good point. She was like, in the end, they're all winners because they're all Olympians. How many people are Olympians, right? And this is how my wife sees it. This is why I love her. She's so positive.
Naive.
No, positive. she's like, in the end, they're all Olympians. How many? He goes, she was like, how many Olympians you met in your life? I'm like, in person, none. She goes, yeah, there's 11,000 athletes, I believe, this year. And how many people on earth? And I was like 7 billion, almost 8. And she's like, yeah, 11,000 of them are actually Olympians. That's a great. So that's a low percentage of it.
But in my opinion, that's equivalent to her saying, hey, you know what? You went to medical school and you graduated. You never got a job in it because nobody wanted to hire you. But you're one of the few You're one of the few people out there to actually go to school and get a medical degree. But guess what? You ain't using it with your life. No, man. If you ain't winning a medal, it's all for nothing. That's what
I get it. In their because they're very competitive. Is the reason why they're there. They're there for the gold. It's a given.
Okay.
And what it comes with it. But how she's seeing it, I was like, man, that's actually I never looked at it like that because I've always seen it as a competitive. Everybody goes there, they want to win gold. If they don't win gold, they leave disappointed. But United States have the most people in it.
That's right.
So-
Exactly. So it diminishes the
So they're gonna
greatness of
have
being
more-
an Olympian. Like, you're not going there just to be like, oh, I made it. That's like saying, you know what? I made the NFL, right? I don't
Yeah.
play. I don't start. I'm on the bench. I'm a backup quarterback my whole career. But you can be like, I'm one of the few, however many players to ever make
that
the
played.
NFL.
Yeah, there's
That's
but there's
okay.
way more NFL players than what there is Olympians.
That's only because it goes on every year, but it's
Yeah.
still the same theory, right? You're competing
Yeah, I get it. No.
to do something. How many athletes?
So now,
how
okay,
many
so
athletes, professional athletes, have told you
Yeah.
their career was a disappointment because they never won a championship,
yeah, you're right.
right? But they made
So
it.
now are we admitting that Tom Brady having 8 rings is just unprecedented?
We,
in the NFL?
I mean, I don't think we have to state that. I mean, I think that's stupid to state personally. Yes, it's unprecedented. Yes, he is the most winning quarterback ever. And yes, he
Yeah.
is not the greatest quarterback ever. Let's not start that again.
He's the GOAT,
But
bro.
speaking of Tom Brady, guess what today is? And an honor for the official
Yeah.
start. You guys, I want you guys to know, I love you shockers out there, the Shock Nation, so much that I left the Hall of Fame game, the first night of football, to be here with all of you. All two of, well, nope, sorry. None of you are on right now. But the two of you that were tuned in, thank you. And for the 19 people that will be watching this show later on throughout the week, I appreciate you. I hope you appreciate me taking time out of my football experience to be here with you. We got one person on and I know who it is.
Yeah. So actually, I was speaking to Viper and Eagle.
Ooh,
I ran into them,
old time, long
and
time.
they keep up with the show.
That's good.
It's just they don't have time to watch it live because one, they're older. Two, Viper is wakes up real early, so they goes to sleep early.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah, but they're actually I think Eagle wrote a comment. She was actually happy that we brought up the mental illness. We brought up the topic, so she wrote one of those comments. So
All right.
shout out to them still.
So a little bit in the sports world real quick. We'll talk about the NFL for a moment. So Carson Wentz has a bit of an injury. He's going to be out for a few, for anywhere from 5 to 12 weeks. So that's a little devastating when you make that move to get
Did
the
he
guy.
just get a good contract?
He just got on a new team. So that's
Okay.
kind of scary out there when that happens. Not a lot of starters playing in tonight's Hall of Fame game. Dak Prescott hurt his shoulder, so he's nursing it. They sit it. I mean, a Big Ben's not playing. So there's really not a lot of good players. Najee Harris is playing tonight. He's interesting to watch. If you're into fantasy football and things like that, I'm trying to start up a channel with a couple other guys just to plug myself, and hopefully we'll get it started soon. It's called Generation Sports Fantasy Edition, where we're hopefully going to be able to give you fantasy advice throughout the year. So hopefully we're going to be doing something with that pretty soon. Been working on some stuff, so excited to get that out.
So excited!
So excited!
It's fun. I watched you guys on Generation Sports when you guys talk about grading your linebackers and all that. It's a really good show, man.
Yeah. So we're gonna stick right to fantasy with it. We figured we'll change the name, Generation Sports Fantasy Edition, and we're gonna kick it in. So other than that, the U.S. basketball team in the Olympics, men's, has behind Kevin Durant, has stepped up a little bit. Last thing I knew, they were in the medal game, right? Or they're on their way towards it still. I can't. I mean, this
But they're still
fast.
they're still contenders, right?
Yeah.
I think they just lost one game. But you would think, here's the difference though. The NBA, ever since the dream team, the first dream team, had a set of movement for every country that their game has stepped up so good that they're actually competitive now. They're really competitive. It's not blown out games, and a lot of people are like,
well, I mean, it's part that, and I think it's also part that I don't believe the same athletes are competing in the same way, right? I don't think we don't have like that. When we did the dream team in that time of era, it was literally the greatest American basketball players on the planet were there, point blank, period.
Mm-hmm.
Now we don't have that, right? We have some of the greatest, right? But we don't have the greatest, right?
Yeah.
And so it's hard to judge it completely, when they're not all there. I mean, so they're doing okay. The other countries are doing okay, but how good are they really?
they also are stepping up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's also a lot better foreign athletes in the NBA. So,
Yes. That's what I mean. That the
Okay.
game is being stepped up, and every country is stepping up their game.
Step up or step out. That's the way it works around here, fool. You know what I'm saying? Okay, okay. What I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
shout out to China on the 10-meter platform dive, bro. 14-year-old girl killing it, like perfection,
Well,
perfection.
are you
bro.
talking about skateboarding?
No, the diving.
Oh, you
10
know,
meter
there's a
diving.
12-year-old girl that was
Yeah.
competing, and it was a like 30-something-year-old girl who won gold, and she won. I think the 12-year-old won bronze, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, or
I mean, that's yeah,
I don't know. I can't remember that.
but it's crazy. You said
Yeah.
about the I think was she Canadian?
maybe
The girl that won the girl that won
the
bronze.
12-year-old.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
I
what
think so.
country.
But,
I thought she was Chinese because it was the same country that came in that the 38-year-old won, and then the 12-year-old.
Oh, I know which one
placed.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little girl that she's been doing it since she's 6.
Yeah,
And
yeah. She's gonna be a
they gave her a
beast.
shout out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but think about this. The girl who won the gold in the 10-meter platform last year, she weren't eligible
Oh, really?
because she was turning 14 during that year, and you can't, and you're not allowed. You have to. Her birthday was this year.
Gotcha.
So COVID gave her an opportunity, and then she just killed it. Like killed it.
killed it. Okay.
Bro, I was watching it. I was like, because that's one of my favorite events. It's actually diving, whether it's springboard, synchronized, or the flat platform. I can't even speak.
Blah, 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 blah.
And then this girl was perfection.
Yeah, those are
She
some
got
interesting
3.
events.
Her last three dives, 2 of them were perfect. The last one of the judges gave her a 9.5. Hater. She should have just gave us a 10. Everybody gave her a 10, and she gave her 9.5.
Well, you know, there's always one in the crowd. I mean, let's be honest. There's always going to be one. That's just the way.
It was like like if you drop a needle in water. That's how she went in. It was like,
Is that what the needle in the water sounds like?
yeah.
Yeah.
If you put a microphone
Bleep.
next to it, that's what it
yeah,
sounds
okay,
like.
Okay. Good to know. We got sound effects here, guys. I don't need my soundboard anymore. We got Mr. Sound Effects over here. So we're good. We're good. Thank you. So, well, I mean, we're talking about Olympics. So why don't we just go ahead and hop into our first topic? What do you think?
Ooh, let's do it.
All right. So our first topic of the day is going to be what Olympic event would you want to participate in? And let me throw in and why, right? So I'm curious about the why along with that. So if any event that you could compete to be an Olympic athlete and you have an opportunity to win a gold medal, what event would it be and why?
There's 3 events that I love watching, and because I was capable of doing not to that level, obviously, but I've enjoyed doing it in the streets. One was running. So track and field, I love track and field. Those are the events I love running. I thought I was fast, but not that fast, but I was fast. And I've always loved doing flips. So the gymnastics, and then of course, when I love doing flips, I also love diving. So I used to love doing like on the springboard, doing a 1.5. That's the only thing I can do, 1.5. I can't do more than that. And those are the 3 events that I would compete in. And the track and field would be the 200 meters and the high jump. I would try to do that. And the long jump, those three ones. Long jump and high jump and 200 meters.
Okay. So mine's going to be pretty basic, right? I think right now, today, at this very moment in time, it would be golf. I mean, let's be real. If I'm good enough to do golf in the Olympics, then guess what? I'm good enough to do golf on the tour. So I definitely think golf would be one of my main sports. But let's take golf out the equation for a second, right? Because in all reality,
let's use our imagination.
well, no, it's not just that. Golf just became an Olympic sport, or just became back to being an Olympic sport. So it's not something that has been around a long time. I guess some of the sports that I would be really interested in being a part of would be swimming, right? Swimming events. I would love to do that, even though I'm not very good at swimming. So I guess maybe that's why I'd want to do it. I think diving would be pretty cool, right? Those diving events we talked about and everything like that. And worst case scenario, like I think maybe gymnastics would be kind of cool, right? Swinging on the bars and stuff, holding yourself up and everything. But, I think the main, I'll be honest. The main reason why I'd want to be an athlete is because obviously I have the discipline to train and exercise, and I'd be freaking studly. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be all cut up and like,
Those guys are ripped, right?
Yeah, right.
Especially the swimmers.
So here's the problem, though, right? That God didn't bless me with the physique to do any of these events. Gymnastics, maybe I could probably get away with that at my height, but I'm definitely not tall enough to be a swimmer. So I think that's part of the intrigue.
You think you have to be tall enough to be a swimmer?
Oh yeah, you get tall. Swimmers are tall, bro. You got to be long.
Yeah, but not all of them. There was during the relay.
Oh man, most of them
During
are
the
pretty
relay.
tall.
Yeah, one of them. I think one of the guys was short. Well, not that short, but
Well, that's why he's no Michael
average.
Phelps. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Or what is it? What is it? Caleb Dressler.
Yeah.
But that man's a beast.
Yeah, he's not those people. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. So I think honestly though, I like I say, I would have to be taller, and I think that's intriguing to me, right? So I think that'd be pretty cool. And then, you know, I like the idea of gymnastics because I think it's competing in multiple events, right? And I think that's just kind of cool. So if I'm swimming or I'm diving, I'm not just labeled onto one event. I could do multiple different things. I could be in relay races in swimming, individual events.
Yeah.
I could be team, event for gymnastics or individual event. So
here's a question. In gymnastics, which event out of all of them will be your favorite? That you would be like, oh, I'm gonna kill this, or I'm gonna. This is the one I would love doing.
I think I could do really good at the floor exercise. I got some moves. I got moves like Jagger. Okay. And honestly, the one that I really like though is the bars, the little ring things you hold on to.
Oh, the rings where they're shaking and they hold out like.
I used to do that stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, I used to do that stuff when I was a kid on the jungle gym and stuff. So, I definitely got some moves like that. So I think those would be cool. I mean, there's other events that are pretty cool out there that I would like to be able to do. I wish I had the aim to be a shooter, and stuff like that, but those are lame. I mean, honestly,
what about ping pong?
The biggest one, maybe be able to do a marathon. That'd be kind of cool. It's like an Ironman thing. Ping pong's is not a sport. So let's just get that out right now.
It is.
It's not.
It's an event.
It's an event. It's not a sport. Just like breakdancing is not a sport, but it's an event.
Whatever. It is a sport.
So, I am curious though, if you guys are, what event would you, the viewers, want to be able to do if you were an Olympic athlete, right? What would you want to participate in? I want to know down below, and I want to hear from you guys as far as what events and different things you'd be into. So, what do
I think,
what is the event you would never want to participate in?
Ooh, okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The pole vault. That shit is scary as fuck. That's one event I would not do.
Go up, but you ain't coming back down.
Yep.
Or you are coming back down just the wrong side.
Exactly. I'll be the guy who be like, instead of going over, I fall right back this way, into the floor instead of the back.
Be careful.
Yeah, the pole vault. I think actually it happened to one of the girls. Her pole vault broke.
Ooh,
that's scary, bro.
That is scary.
Yep. It's scary. She ended up getting injured. I don't think it was that bad, but she ended up getting injured as far as when she was trying to do it with a new one, like she pulled a muscle or something in her leg or something, or when she landed it was kind of aggravated it. But that's for me, it's one of the ones the only one I would say I wouldn't do. Everything else, I would try the shooting. I would try the bow and arrow. I would try that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do. I don't think I'd be into doing what was it? Cycling. Like I just don't see the intrigue in that. Biking around and everything like that. And then have you seen the damage that's done if God forbid there's a bike accident? Holy crap!
Did you see did you see it? Like when they one whole thing fall, they all fall at the same time. It's crazy.
They just all collapse, and then unless you're
on top of each other.
Yeah, unless you're that lucky guy who goes around and then your bike's broken, and then what do you do? Like, so I would definitely, I don't know if I'd be into that. So that's
swimming.
Definitely something.
Tasha said she would do swimming.
Yeah, I got it up here. Hey, thank you for watching. We appreciate your support. We all love you here at Generation
We got
Shock.
your FOH. We're going
to be putting it up today. You're our number one shocker today. So, but swimming, yeah, that'd definitely be fun. I didn't know you did a little.
There's another
swimming
one here. What's the other one? Swimming.
What?
Oh, it's her. Okay, no, I thought it was more than one person.
Yeah, you are a weirdo.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Swimming takes a lot, bro. The I think swimming, the one I think is the hardest is the butterfly or the breaststroke. One of those two, it looks like it takes a lot of energy.
yeah, I would just do freestyle. You know.
The freestyle Dressler, I was watching them, all of them, bro. They go 50 meters without breathing. They're just swimming.
Well, they have to. Well, I didn't know, and I just realized when you start off, and in these swimming events, you can only go a certain distance underwater
15,
before you have to come up.
I think 15 meters.
And I was
think
watching
it is.
it because
Ball.
one of the racers came really close to not coming up in time, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that. That's new. Okay."
Yeah, I didn't know that. They always say that. I was always wondering what those little dots were.
Oh, it is
and
two
I think
people.
That marks...
We got Nate on here and Natasha. My bad.
Oh, so it is. See,
yeah,
so
you're right.
See.
So Nate did it in high school, and then Natasha was like, he did swimming in high school.
Oh, okay.
But let me guess. Let me know in the chat. You were too short, right? So they told you to, just give it up. You didn't have a long enough frame or anything. We already know what sport Nate would participate in the Olympics.
Bodybuilding.
Yeah, right.
Weightlifting, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that's silly.
He'd be like,
that's my face. Could you rewind that and do it again? Do that one more time.
They'll see it again. They'll see it again.
I'm gonna play that over and over. That's gonna be my highlight reel.
Every time you see them, they're like, and the arms are like spread out like this, and legs are spread up like, one day the legs are gonna go the other way around. Ugh. I already feel that pain.
Yeah. So, yeah. What else about the Olympic sports, man? That I don't know. Like I said, golf would be cool. Could you imagine you win a Masters and an Olympic medal? I think that's the thing though. Olympic medal,
is that a thing? Has anybody done that? Have they won the Masters and an Olympic medal?
No, because golf just came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean they just came back? So
golf
it wasn't a
part of
and
the
then
Olympic
they stopped
Games in the last Olympics.
In the last Olympics, or this is the first time they're in the Olympics ever?
I don't think ever. I think they were, and it stopped, and now they're back.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But the track and field, bro, I've been keeping up with that. These guys are fast. These women and guys are fast.
That chick from Jamaica out there doing some crazy stuff. There's been some challenges from a couple of the athletes in the NFL, Cheetah, aka Tyreek Hill, and a couple of those guys that they want to race Usain Bolt. So supposedly they might get a little foot race going with a couple of the NFL guys and Usain Bolt to see who's going to win.
But why don't they just race somebody relevant now? Usain Bolt. I mean, he's still relevant, but he
was literally the fastest man alive.
He was.
If you're gonna race somebody,
I think they broke his record. Some guy broke the 200-meter record.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know if it was 200-meter hurdles or the 200 meters. I think he was from Norway. He was a beast.
He didn't do hurdles, so he couldn't have broke his.
So
record.
So it was a 200 meters. Yeah. Yo,
that's
from
another,
Norway.
That's another I don't think I'd want to do. I don't want to run.
I would run through the hurdles.
Yeah,
you think I get penalized if I run through the hurdles and I just carry them with me?
Why am I going to run and jump? Either I'm running or I'm jumping. That's the long jump's a little bit different because you have to run to get a head start to jump, but then you don't have to start running again. Right? Well, I don't want to run, jump. That's just nonsense.
What if, right? Because the hurdles they're about 36 inches high, 42 inches high, the hurdles. What if you're below that in height? Can you just run under them?
No, the competition states you have to go over the hurdle.
But what if he's an Olympic athlete, but he just can't meet the height and he can run right under them unless they're gonna make little hurdles.
You don't understand the concept. In order to compete in that event, you have to go over the hurdles. So if he's not tall enough to go over the hurdles, hence he will not be an Olympic athlete.
Little baby
he's not an Olympic athlete in that event because he can't get over the hurdle.
What if they make baby hurdles?
Then those are for baby Olympians. What do you want me to tell you?
But I always thought, bro, those guys, that's a lot of thinking, running fast. But because I did it in high school. No, I did it in 8th grade in my city. I did the 200 meters. Second place in my city. And by the end of those 200, my thighs was burning. I could only imagine when you're running and jumping, how much more they burn.
Well, listen, I'm sure Achilles, he really put it to you when he beat you in those Olympic games or those town games or whatever they were. Sorry. Yeah.
Back in Greece, 1869.
Yeah, I mean, that's back in your time. So, yeah. Talking about back in time, right? Let's go ahead and jump into our next topic. So, our next topic of the day is going to be, would you rather, right? PC versus console. And this is a very controversial topic right now because, gaming consoles are getting a lot better out there, right? They're becoming more popular. They're becoming more fluid, but so has the PC world. A lot more people are building their own computer. The parts are cheap enough now. It's a longer investment.
Well, I don't know about that. They're cheaper now, bro. I've seen people like we had a launch, early launch. It was like $1,500 for a graphic card. I'm like,
that's because it was COVID, though. I mean, when I got my stuff, it wasn't that bad.
That was retail. That's not aftermarket. I'm talking about retail.
Okay. So
I mean, my console only cost me $500.
What's your opinion then? Go ahead.
Okay, my opinion is this.
Talk about it. Be about it.
I've always been, and this is, again, I've always had this argument with everybody at work and anybody that's a PC, because, PC is what? God tier was what they call it, right? My biggest beef is this. I've always been a console person. Never was interested in building a PC because I've said this before. Now I'm pretty sure it's gotten better. But can I build a PC for the price? Can I build a PC where everything that my Xbox has, my new Xbox Series X has, and keep it at the price of $500? And everybody's answer is no. I'm like, so why would I want to go PC then? Right? I'm talking about processing. I'm talking about memory. I'm talking about all that. Can I build a PC with the same specs of my console right now and pay the same price? And the answer is always no. So why would I want to do? So now PC can do a lot more. Yes, they can render faster. The graphics look better. 4K at 60 frame, which my Xbox doesn't anyways. I think 4K 120. I think where PC has the advantage is the multitasking. And that's it. And the monitors are built for PC where the latency between them, if you're competing, it matters, right? Because if you're not competing, it doesn't matter. They have the advantage. It's always been the argument. With me, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna buy a PC or build a PC. If I buy the PC, first of all, it's gonna be a Mac because I'm gonna use it to edit. I'm gonna use it to do other stuff. I want to use it for gaming. But when it comes to gaming, maybe to the next level, I think what PC really would kick ass is in virtual reality.
Okay.
I think that's where that's the next evolution of gaming, and I think that's where console won't be able to compete. Maybe in a few years from now.
I know PlayStation tried it for a little bit.
Yeah, but PlayStation, like I've used PC virtual glasses versus PlayStation. PlayStation glasses made me like sick.
So I don't know. I mean, when I'm looking at this picture of this PC console, right? And yes, I know it's going to be expensive, but number one, looks way cooler, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
of course.
The lights,
it's customization,
and that's the point of it, right? And so I do love it. Like, listen, I'll be honest. For a long time, I was like the old man who was like telling people to get off their lawn. I was like, man, console gaming's so much better, this and that. Like, that's what you need to do, and that's what you need to be with. But recently, I'll be honest, I've kind of shifted my view. Now, don't get me wrong, consoles can do some amazing stuff, but when we're talking about the price of some of these consoles nowadays, compared to the price of gaming on a PC, yeah, it's going to be more in the upfront, but guess what? What are the, how long does your Xbox last, for instance, right? It probably lasts, 5 years, 6 years on average until they come out the new one.
About 5 to 7, yeah.
Okay, my computer can last just as long, if not double, right? Now the thing
you think
is,
so?
Oh, easy. I've had mine for how long? How long have I had my computer?
I don't know. You tell me.
I've had it for at least 5 years almost. I feel like it's been, I've had it for 2 years up here. Had it for about a year or two in Florida, right? So I've got 3 or 4 years out of it so far. This thing's not showing any signs of slowing down. Now, guess what? If it does, I guarantee you it's cheaper for me to upgrade my PC than it is for you to buy a new console.
No, not if you
Wow.
want the latest.
No, you're crazy. All I have to do is probably get a new graphics card. That's it.
Yeah, you have to get a new graphic cards. Then you got to get a new, probably a new, unless you already have great stuff like a new power supply.
Well, my power supply is able to use my current graphics card, so it's gonna be able to handle the next one. But I probably wanted to change a graphics card out for a long time. So when we're
Yeah.
like I said, I'm talking about a little higher end. I got the 2080, right? I got a liquid cooling system. I got those types of things that make it worth it. And number two, guess what?
Well, let me
ain't-
ask you this.
You ain't doing all what I'm doing with this show.
I know.
I'm running
You're
on my
right.
PC.
That's what.
You
That's
can't
what I'm
do
saying.
that on the
That's
gaming.
where you have. That's what I'm saying. You have. That's where you have the advantage. And if you're streaming, I think if you're streaming like Twitch and all those things, or if you have your own streaming like we do and all that, then you need a PC. A gaming console won't do that, right? But so let me ask you this: initially, when you first bought your PC and you set it all up, if you can give out that information, how much did it cost you?
To set up my I'll be honest, I did a
build it.
pre-built unit. I didn't build it from scratch.
Okay, so you did a pre-built.
Killer deal on a pre-built unit that I just went with that.
Okay, but what was the retail price on that pre-built?
What I got it for or what it actually went for?
What did retail? Yeah, what did retail?
It retailed probably around 1700, something like that.
Yeah. So, and it's gonna last you what? 10 years?
Let's say.
Okay, 10 years. So, in 10 years, I'll buy 2 consoles, which will cost me $1,000.
Well, we don't know that. I mean, the more they do that, I mean, let's be honest, the price keeps on going up every year or every release on these consoles, don't they?
Well, so far it's been consistent, right? For the past 2 years, for the past 2 generations of consoles, it's been 500.
Okay.
Now,
I didn't know.
PlayStation at one point, PlayStation 3, I think it was at 700. People were buying them when they first came out, and then the Xbox decided to try to low cut PlayStation, and then PlayStation had to come down and to like the Xbox price. But usually for the last 2 generations, it was $500 for the console.
Let's go back to the old question. If you had to choose a console, Xbox or PlayStation, I know we've talked about it a little bit before, but for those who maybe didn't see that episode,
Here's what I think: fuck PlayStation.
okay, that's all I
That's
need
what
to
I
know.
think.
All right.
That's like, fuck
Here's-
play. I hate
here,
PlayStation.
we got some comments in the chat about it, right? Have a sweet spot for console. Nico says if your budget is under 800, next gen's consoles are undefeated compared to PCs. We got Nate saying console.
Oh, we
over
got
here.
Nico in here. I thought we would get him when we talk about PC and
Like,
console.
yeah, he's obviously he always watches with Tasha probably.
With
so,
Tasha, yeah.
yeah.
I figured
And then
he'll,
he says-
he'll be a good person to jump in.
the Stream Deck might be revolutionary in console gaming, if I'm being honest. Now, I didn't know, is the Stream Deck compatible to console gaming? I thought or is it just PC? Like, and I don't know.
Enlighten
what
us,
Stream Deck you're
because
talking
if
about.
it is, then I'll buy it for my Xbox.
Yeah, like I don't know what Stream Deck you're talking about, because I didn't know I could hook up my Stream Deck to my console because I'm using it on my PC. But so listen, I love Xbox games and everything like that. I love the fact that I can play them on my PC though too, right? I love the cross-platform world that we're getting into and everything like that.
It's getting to that point now.
Yeah, it's everybody's able to play with everyone. I will say though, if you're a really good gamer, are you using console or PC though?
I think well, if you notice, one of the biggest things is PC gamers are faster, because obviously the PC is faster. But the way the aiming, the mouse, the way they explain it to me, I've never played with them. I never played with it. The way everybody explains it, it's more accurate. It's on another. It's like a major league level, right?
Right.
Versus console.
It's more accurate. There's less lag, less delay time, right? Because of all that stuff. And you know what it is for me for PC? I think what it is, that's how I grew up on gaming, right? And I'm talking about old school. I'm sitting in my grandma's study on my keyboard and mouse playing Doom for hours at night and stuff like that, or Oregon Trail, stupid games like that, right? So I grew up doing PC
Gaming. Yeah.
like on a PC.
Oregon Trail was fun.
Yeah, so don't get me wrong, I still love all of the console games I can get out there, and I've had PlayStations and Xboxes and Nintendos, right? Some of my favorite games ever are Nintendo, right? It's just one of those things.
I think that's what it is with me also. Like, I grew up with console. That's all I could afford. I didn't get a PC. The only time I touched a PC was when I went to school. I've never owned a PC until I got older, was able to afford one, but I never owned my own PC. So I think that's why that's why I love consoles, because console brought the gaming world to me, and it was my personal device, personal computer, or my entertainment system.
Yeah.
NES.
I will say,
entertainment system.
I will say the one thing that console had, and if I'm being honest, it was PlayStation over Xbox with the console on this. Okay. There was one thing that it had that always intrigued me. It always had the best Blu-ray player on the market. PlayStation first like developed that technology and did all, like they always had like people would be buying 4 Blu-ray players, and I'm still rocking my PlayStation 3 out there, right?
Yeah, it's how they made the movement for Blu-ray.
Yeah. And so I will say that for the disc stuff back in the day, even though we don't have it anymore because everything's streamed, which is why computers are now just as popular. But when it was back and when it wasn't able to stream everything, that was a huge difference back then to me, because being able to have all that stuff and be able to watch it on my TV when I want to pop it in and everything, that was always great.
See, I've always used my console for what it is. It is gaming. I've never used it as a Blu-ray player or a DVD player. I've always used it as
why do you need multiple devices? Like if I want to watch a Blu-ray or DVD, pop it in. So we did get somebody Tanashi Gaming jumped in and was saying some stuff, talking about the Stream Deck is literally a computer version of the Switch. Highly recommended to check it out. Also said handhelds are only 1080p. You can install any program just like a computer and yet still have every game you can run on a PC on the Stream Deck. So I got to figure out what the Stream Deck is because I'm not familiar with it, and I apologize. So I'm not.
Yeah, we know Nico who it is.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah, it's Nico.
Oh, I didn't know that's Nico.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. He just said it's Nico, by the way. Okay, my bad. I didn't know. So, yeah, he jumped in on his own then to be able to comment, which is cool. Price for performance, much better than a console. Not going to lie. So, I got to figure out what this Stream Deck thing is, because I thought it was like the buttons I push on my little Stream Deck to change the scenes for you guys. So I'm not up with some of the times sometimes, so I do apologize.
Well, Nico does. I think Nico has his own streaming thing on Facebook, I believe. Is it Facebook or Twitch? Correct me if I'm wrong, Nico. But I think I know I've seen him on Facebook.
I was thinking about, and this is kind of a little bit, I mean, you know what? I'll talk to you about it off air, actually.
Okay.
I'll talk to you about it off air. I got some ideas for the show. Some
cool.
Good things that
I like ideas.
Just keep in mind is to get people involved, and 2 of the people then that I would want to get involved are already on here listening. So I want you guys to keep an ear out because we might be hitting you guys up for something.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
All right. So here's the other advantage that PC would probably have, right?
Okay, here we go.
If you're doing competitive, right? I believe because of the monitors are better than the 2.1, because monitors don't have 2.1 HDMIs. They don't need it because they have the display port. It's so much faster.
Mm-hmm. But I think 4K yet. I don't think, right? DisplayPort doesn't do 4K.
I haven't checked with display ports yet, but I know they don't do 2.1 HDMI because DisplayPort's faster. I think they do 144 hertz. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nico. Anyways. That's the advantage they have also, right? That it's so much more competitive if you're in that competitive world, and then you can do what you're doing right now with your multitasking, where you're doing live and you can do OBS and you do all that at once. That's the biggest advantage that PC has over it. But if you just get a PC strictly for gaming, I don't think you need that much power.
Maybe it depends on the game, I guess.
I think because I think you can build a really cheap PC. I'm advocating for PC here, even though I hate PC gaming. I can't say hate. I just don't like it.
If you're not gaming on the PC, then you don't need to spend a lot. That's different.
Yeah.
We're talking about gaming.
No, I'm talking about. I think you can get away with a 3-year, 4-year graphic card, and still do good gaming right now.
Well, I guess the next question would be then, if we're talking about PC world, are we talking about laptop or desktop?
That's a good question.
Right?
Yeah. Because but I think you can do more with desktop than laptop, because desktop you can modify better.
Yeah, well, that's the one advantage. I think you can modify, make changes, do things like that. So I definitely agree with you on that. So
now he'll be the question for PC gamers. Pre-built or build your own?
no, everybody's gonna say build your own, 100%. I was even told that, but everybody I talked to when I bought this already told me, like, dude, honestly, it's gonna be about the same price if you build it on your own. It's already done. Like because you're gonna have to have somebody else build it. They're like, just do this. I was like, all right, cool. I got it for a hell of a deal. It was like $500-$600 off when I got it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was a killer deal.
Yeah. So here's a PC advisor told me this. He's like, it was one of his joke. I thought when I first heard it, I thought it was funny. He was like, so a PC gamer walks into a house and says he doesn't want it because it's pre-built. I was like, you're stupid. But it was one of those things that, where it was unexpected, brought it up, and I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I was like, yeah.
All right. I think it's about that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. So
I got one I want to get off my chest.
Oh, good. Here we go. All right. So let's go ahead and kick it with the last segment of the show. Everybody's most hated intro. Fuck it here. That's right. That's right. That's right. It's time for everybody's hated intro. Let's go.
Well, let's start it off with the guests, with the viewer.
We're gonna throw the guest up first. All right.
Yes.
So here's a little shout out for the guests. Fuck out of here. Let's get it kicking and going.
Hey y'all, here's my fuck out of here for this week. I know it's super late. I'm submitting it now, but whatever. Okay, again, mail carrier, deliver packages, deliver mail, whoop whoop, whatever. Anyways, so my fuck out of here is when you go to work and you're fucking exhausted, but you see all these shit ton of Amazon packages, because let's be real, we basically work for freaking Amazon. So whatever. The regulars come up to you and are saying, oh, all these subs are super lazy. Nobody wants to work. Back in my day, we used to work 20, 25 days in a row. Man, shut up. Back in your day, you didn't have Amazon. You didn't have UPS's help, if anything. You didn't have this. You're old as shit, okay? Amazon was nowhere near as bad as it is now. So my fuck out of here to the regulars and my job, kiss my ass.
All right, that one actually is really good. And the reason I like it is because she's not wrong. So let's just even take the postal service, right? We're talking about back in your day in the postal service, there was no online.
We have Paul Revere, bro.
There's no online, right? So how do you have to listen? I have to buy something or bake something, package it and send it. I'm not buying things online to send to my home. So, it's shit, man. It's a lot harder nowadays. And then you throw in COVID, man, fuck out of here. Don't even start talking about back in my day. You go through a pandemic where all people can do is shop online and I have to be the person to deliver that shit.
I could only imagine what that looks like. By the way, one thing, because it's not a debate here, but I'm glad she did say that they do work for Amazon.
Oh, well.
She admitted it.
Does anybody not work for Amazon?
That's true. Here's my fuck out of here.
All right.
And it has to do with what's going on with COVID and the new variant, and the fact that the president stepping up and saying everybody has to get the vaccines if you haven't gotten it and all that, and it's becoming more of a you're gonna have to do it, right? Because cities like New York is actually I think before you enter a restaurant, it looks like what's coming down the line is that you have to show that you've been vaccinated to walk in a restaurant or somewhere. Anyways, so my fuck out of here is this. He said something about, the president said something about Florida, and he used Florida as an example. And our governor, DeSantis, decided to clap back. So he clapped back by saying, his stupidity, right? And about, he doesn't want to lock people up, that our president wants to do this and that. This is the issue. And I don't understand where it is. But the reason why people don't want to get vaccinated or still think that this shit is fake is because it's become politicized. Listen, it's something real. It's real. People are dying for it. If you want to get the shot, go ahead, get the shot. If you don't, and you get it, and it's on you if you die. You can't blame nobody else. Then the people that don't want to get it, I can't say too much because I haven't got vaccinated yet. And it's not because I don't want to do it. It's I just haven't made the time for it. But anyways, those people out there that don't want to do it, don't want to get it, and don't make it a big deal about it. You don't want to get it, fuck it, don't get it. And if you catch it, then it's on you. So fuck out of here with making this shit political, and and people, and just fuck out of here. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just want to say fuck out of here. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really know what mine was going to be about, but you kind of inspired me. So, okay. I don't know. Maybe you guys are going to say that I'm on the same message that he is, because I'll be honest, I don't know if I understood his message completely. So maybe that's part of my problem. Just being honest with my viewers out there. But I'm tired of hearing people complain about the fact that this stuff is getting worse, right? And we didn't realize there would be a Delta strain or some shit. Like, this stuff mutates all the fucking time. Like, how do you not know this is going to happen? And all these people want to, this is more of a general statement. I'm tired of people who want to complain about the problems, but don't want to be a part of the solutions. Okay. Yeah. Because the facts are, if you get vaccinated, you are helping be a part of the solution. Can you technically still catch it if you like the Delta variants and stuff? Absolutely. Sure. You can.
It's a new strain.
It's a new strain, but you're keeping other people safe by doing it. I'm just tired of the people who have to work are the people who suffer while all these other people go out and do whatever the hell they want. Because guess what? I'm back to wearing a mask at work, and I have to watch all these people walking around doing whatever they want everywhere they go with no mask. So fuck out of here to all of you people who want to complain, but yet really haven't got vaccinated, number one. And number two, fuck out of here to all the people who pretend that they got vaccinated so they don't have to wear the mask, and then they're not doing anything. And guess what? Fuck out of here, the state of Florida, because you're the worst. Go get vaccinated, wear a damn mask, save people's lives, because that is the worst state in this country when it comes to the virus. There, I said it. Fuck out of here, Florida.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's become a political thing, and people are not believing it. It's gone. What's crazy about it is that people think this is fake and
news.
It's not real, right? Yeah. And it's not real. I watch my feed all the time. I'm like, and I just nod in my head, and some of my friends, they're spreading this fake news, and I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Listen, like, if you don't think it's real, go back and watch the episode that we did. I don't know what number it was that we did with a guy from Los Compadres podcast. Go back and watch that episode. Tell me that shit ain't real. Tell me that, that's what's happening because people don't want to just man up and just take it already. Like, listen, there's a lot worse shit we're putting in our bodies that we don't know the long-term effects than this damn vaccination. I can guarantee you that. So.
Well, here's something real quick before we go.
All right.
And I know I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to see your reaction to this. And I read this post, and it to me, I'm like, holy shit, it made me go, right? So the post said this: if getting vaccinated is being pushed because it's for the health of the nation and it's free, why are they not making chemo or why are they not making chemo and something else free also for the health of the nation? Okay,
because it's about majority, right?
Okay, I wanted to hear your feedback on that. Yeah,
it's about majority. The entire nation right now is affected by COVID. Businesses, individuals, there's not a single person in this country who cannot say that they have somehow not been impacted by COVID at some level. Okay. Mm-hmm. You can't say that about cancer, unfortunately, or anything else. That's the reality of it.
Okay. I just wanted to hear your feedback on that.
Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. As always, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like us, let us get comments about what topics you want us to talk about. And until next time, we out. We got the right stuff.